Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of Dating Dynamics. Also, Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays.
Absolutely.
Guys, if you didn't check out our last video, it was all about how to know if you are infatuated with someone or if you are in love. Not important at all, but if that, strikes your fancy, go ahead and click the link up there and check it out. No, it's good stuff. Today, we have another good topic that we hear a lot about. Okay, here in Provo, we hear a lot.
Dating here sucks.
Yes, we hear exactly that, and with usually a similar display as well. And you know what? It does. There's things about dating in Provo that are really tough. Provo is a very unique area with a unique set of challenges, and you know what? There's a lot of reasons that people could talk about why it's difficult, but we did a lot of thinking, and we've been here for a while now, and the observations we've made, we've brought it down to just a couple of things that when you highlight them, you realize most of your problems stem from these few things. So we're going to get right into it. The first one being having an overabundance of opportunity.
Yes, definitely. There are a lot of dating options here. You've got two big universities, a couple miles away from each other, BYU and UVU. So the thing is, that can sound like a really good thing, and it can be, but it can also create a lot of problems. And so one of the problems that it creates for a lot of guys, and also for Nick and I, was that when you feel like there's a lot of fish in the sea, you will be willing to not take action because you'll think, well, hey, I'm a good guy, I'm doing some good things, and I won't have to go out of my way to find opportunities to date. I won't have to go up and approach and maybe look like a fool. It's like, I got things going for me, so an opportunity is just going to come along my way. And the thing is, when there are lots of women out there to date, it's very, very easy to believe that.
Yeah, well, absolutely. It's like, well, why would I go out of my way to walk across this restaurant and approach this pretty girl who probably has a boyfriend when there's that cute girl I'm going to be sitting next to in this class or at church or at work or whatever it is. Really easy to make that mistake. But the truth is, we just have to go do it. Because, people who grew up in the Depression era, their kind of phrase for life was waste not, want not. And that just means that when you have something like an opportunity, if you don't waste it, you won't be wanting. You won't not have opportunity. And we can tell you, having done both, that if you take advantage of the opportunities in front of you, you never know what will happen, but you can know the result of that total effort, which is when you take all the opportunities that come your way, you will have an abundance of opportunities. And in this case, dating options. And that's a good thing. It turns that negative of, enabling your fears into this major positive of tapping into that abundance and really harnessing the opportunities around you.
Yeah, and when you have that overabundance of opportunities and dating options, you also have a lot of competition at the same time. And so by doing that, by taking those opportunities, you're not going to shy away from those girls who are highly sought after. Because the thing is, if you just go to your default behavior, which is to not do anything uncomfortable, those girls that you're really wanting to date, you're going to just say, too much competition there. And so, you can really fix those problems just by getting rid of that mindset of, well, something's just going to come along my way,
Absolutely.
Because it won't.
Nope, not your best option. So there's another problem, and that is guys, let's say guys who are naturally, overtly charming and outgoing, they have a whole troop of women following them around because most guys aren't that way. So most girls are attracted to that, and therefore they have an actual overabundance, you could say. Now, since human nature is the grass is always greener, you look around and you say, well, this girl's pretty great, but there's 10 other girls who seem also pretty great. And it's really easy if you start dating one girl and you shut out all your other options to make it really difficult to decide on one girl. You might date the same girl for 2 years or something because things are good, but you don't want to commit because in the back of your mind you're saying, well, but there's a lot of other good things out there and I don't really know what I want because I haven't explored all my options, which I have.
Yeah. And that little problem there that we're talking about, we call that the marriage mindset, which is that as soon as you start dating someone, you have to treat it like a micro marriage, and that you instantly put a label on things. You go on one date and it's like, okay, we're a thing now. And once those boundaries are put up, then they see, oh, these other opportunities, these other girls that they'd really want to hang out with and go on a date with. And yeah, when you've already got those boundaries up and like you're a thing at that point, then if you were to pursue them, then you're labeled a cheater and a bad guy. And the way to deal with that problem is by treating dating as dating, not instantly putting a label on things, and making it very clear with the people that you date that, hey, you should date whoever you want, and I'm going to date who I want. And if we get to a point where we've dated plenty of people and we see that we really like each other and that we stand out to each other, then we can commit. But if you commit too early, and especially for those guys, they will get into trouble.
Absolutely. And, for the guys that maybe don't have as many options, when you commit really early, then all your options are gone. And you have the ultimate excuse to not go and approach a girl that you might really like, because all of a sudden, well, my girlfriend wouldn't like that because after the second date, I've told her she was my intended,
Mm-hmm.
And you know what? The first part of this video, it applied probably mostly to guys, but this part applies at least equally to women, because we have seen so many girls and they have a lot of good dating options. And so it's hard for them to commit. And then maybe they're just about to graduate college or something like that. And then they're like, oh my gosh, I don't want to go home empty-handed, or I don't want to go home to my parents. Yeah. And so they end up settling for whatever guy just happened to be kind of in the mix at the time. And we don't recommend that. Date, explore those options, figure out what you want, and go pursue it. Ladies and gentlemen, we thank you for checking us out today. We hope you have a great Christmas season. And you know what? If you're alone this Christmas season, we feel you. We have been there, and we don't want that to be the case for you. So go out, explore those options, take the opportunities that are in front of you. Matt and I, next year, we're going to hit the ground running. We're going to make it our goal to help you, if you're alone now, not be alone by the time Valentine's Day comes around. So stay tuned. We've got some really great content coming your way. Till then, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and
Thanks,
get
guys.
out there and make it happen.